Let's see.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Uh, there he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right here in the whirling in rags. Um, Hi, hello, adjust your tie. You here? Um, let's adjust our tie.
I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad. Not bad at all. What brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here, my room is straight upstairs. I'm here to drink myself into oblivion. This is where I'm going to go down in history. I'm going to sing karaoke. I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me. I'm going to sing karaoke.
Really? Well, I look forward to that.
He raises a glass to you. Uh, Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you? Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
You were right, he was magical, magically bureaucratic. I didn't like him as much as I like you. He's a government official, I don't trust governments. I don't think I'm gonna lean into homosexuality with this version of Harry. Because I just don't think, he would be anything but homophobic. And there will probably come points where our version of Harry here is gonna be, openly homophobic. So I don't really want to lean into that here because it doesn't really fit with how I'm playing the character. So I'm not gonna go for number 2 here. He's a government official, I don't trust governments.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
Who is he? What are you two? Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night? I don't want to talk about other people, I want to talk about you. Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
Probably money. He stares at the bar. What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
He smiles. I don't want to talk about other people, I want to talk about you.
What about me, gendarme?
8 is quite low. We could pop some speed and try it then, We might want to do that. Though the thought you gain from that isn't really something I'm going to internalize anyway, so I'm not going to really prioritize this skill check. About this hat I'm wearing.
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it.
I wasn't really planning on giving it back anyways. Thanks, it's like carrying a piece of you with me all the time, at all times. I took it to blend in. I'm undercover, you see. I wasn't really planning on giving it back anyways.
How cunning. I like men who take what they want.
Should we roll it anyways, or should we pop some speed before rolling it?
Bye-bye, gendarme.
I guess we'll pop some speed, just to make the odds a little better. Plus, it was composure. I think the black jeans give composure. They do. This is -1 composure. So let's instead take the composure shoes. Anything else that gives composure? This is drama, electrochem, conceptualization, suggestion, half-life drama, half-light, esprit de corps, conceptualization, physical instrument, reaction speed, rhetoric, authority, electrochemistry. Okay, that's all we have for now. Oh.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
This comes up now. I thought this was gonna happen in the conversation with Kuno, and I was just kind of confused that it didn't pop up.
The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol level.
I mean, I guess, you know, now that our composure is better, it popped up, and I suppose composure doesn't have to be high enough at, you know, at the right time, but just in general after that conversation happens. So I guess that's probably how that works. I fucking knew it wasn't the alcohol or the other things, so there's a lack of magnesium in me. My magnesium level is fine. I fucking knew it wasn't the alcohol or the other things.
Yeah, the other things. Long live the other things. Made you strong as an ox, they have.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me.
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
I need to mag it up, so I need to mag it sideways. Let's ask about sideways first.
Mag it sideways? What are you talking about? You need to mag it up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already, and the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium. 1 stroke? Don't be so modest. He's having one right now.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
Hell yeah.
Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem.
You're right.
And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine.
Oh my god, you're speaking my language
Nor
here.
porolidon, that sweet, sweet psychoactive radiation drug. Nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
Damn right it does. Okay. We are full when it comes to thoughts. Hobocop. More money from selling tear is nice, but we don't really have to pay guard anymore. There's extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map. Okay, that's fine. More reveals extra. No, okay. Learning cap for Shivers raised to 6. Shivers has a. Oh, our learning cap for Shivers is at 7. Okay. I mean, we could forget Hobocop then. I don't think there's any purpose in keeping that at this point. We're not going to get Wasteland of Reality. White Morning is not really on my list of priorities. Some kind of superstar is something I'm going to keep. Coach Physical Instrument I'm going to keep because that just fits. Revacholian Nationhood is also going to stay. Indirect Modes of Taxation is going to stay as well. Advanced Race Theory has to stay. Cup of the Apocalypse, I like to have that one as well. Oh, Learning Cap for Shivers raised to 6. So this is just overlap, and this gives me a little more money. And this is more, like, Cup of the Apocalypse is more thematically appropriate. Jamais Vu is 1 XP for every orb clicked. All intellect learning caps raised by 1, which is also kind of nice in case we need to open white skill checks. Call de Mamadakwa, 3 perception is just pretty damn good to have. Anti-object task force, I think is quite fitting character-wise. Plus 1 pain threshold is nice. All physique learning caps raised by 1. Oh yeah, that's what pushes it to 7, right. We don't really need the learning caps that high. we're fine without it. We can heal damage by attacking objects, which is at least somewhat nice. So I think Hobocop is gonna go. We have a skill point and we can unlock a next one pretty soon. So let's forget about Hobocop. And internalize the magnesium-based life form. Temporary research bonus, -1 shivers, no shakes. Research time, 1 hour 15 minutes. It is generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms, fusing little carbon tubes together to form complex, mushy structures capable of thought, love, and locomotion. It is also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it is important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired? Maggot. Down? Mag time. Liver damage? Maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? We tell them to mag it up. There we go. Alright, and the 15th Indo tribe is just an hour away. An hour 47 for Detective Cousteau. Okay. That's good. Right, we wanted to pop some speed. Oh yeah, there it is. We have 2 uses left of speed. Let's put it in that hand. I assume we're gonna have to... Yep, we're gonna have to. There we go. There we go. That's better. Motorics raised. Damaged morale, of course. I'm gonna keep it for now. Some things might just passively heal our morale.
Hi, gendarme.
There we go. 58%. Let's try it.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes. This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around. Become involved.
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
He lowers his voice conspiratorially and looks around. But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning. The last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to. The true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father. Their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
But I like knowing who I am.
But do you also like the razzle-dazzle of gold? Do you like parties and discos and having fun under the vibrant lights of Saturday night? Because instead of the traditional family unit, we're going to have all this razzmatazz. And mysteries, of course, too. Mysteries of sexual nature, very esoteric. And disco music and drugs.
Okay, so on the one hand, yes, he's obviously very into disco. But also I think the character would probably be homophobic in that path we're going down. Let's go with the third option. That much fun should be illegal.
Ah, but for the better part of history, it has been illegal.
But it isn't anymore?
No.
He studies you from across the table. What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco? Now let's ask about that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed.
He circles his hands around you.
I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay, I have to think about it. That's going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me, 20 hours at least. I have to think about it.
Do think about it, officer.
He starts laughing and leans back against the counter. This is gonna be like a 20-hour mind project for me, 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
But again, we're not
Bye-bye,
gonna
gendarme.
internalize that because it doesn't fit the playthrough. What do we have here? I guess the skill check has been taken off the map, maybe? I don't know. And this is the homosexual underground research, temporary research bonus, none. Research time 8 hours. You see mysterious strangers in the night, leaning against unlit doorways, engaged in hushed conversation. A shadowy cabal exchanging looks, whispering in dark alleys and unmarked locales. A radical cell conspiring against the state, and perhaps even against man and woman. Was that a secret handshake? What's going on? Who are these secretive people? How will they accomplish their sinister and world-altering goal? And most importantly, are you one of them? You could be. Maybe you forgot. But yeah, again, in this playthrough, no. You just have to say stuff about. You just say stuff about money, right? Northern Line-looking guy. You're just gonna talk about money. It's all about money, you know. Okay, let's talk to her.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
You're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not a gardener. I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal. You're the gardener.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardie? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest, if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
What's your role in all this? Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardie.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face. You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
He said Mr. Everard sent you to law school. He said you were in debt to Mr. Clare. He said you were the union fixer, you fixed things. He said you're Mr. Everard's duo et sucre death machine. Simply because that's the worst option to say, I'm gonna go for that.
He said no such thing. This isn't about me.
Calm down, everyone. Let's stay professional.
Dirty tactics, officer.
What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The world needs a financial buffer zone, no need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful, it's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists.
Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What are you going to do to me? The lieutenant is not satisfied with the approach.
What are we going to do to you?
She starts laughing. It's a cold laughter, devoid of joy.
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people.
She
But
shakes.
we digress.
She shakes her head. I should talk to Titus then. Alright. We can always heal up if we... Oh, I didn't actually mean to click it. My bad. I didn't know... I didn't click the other button. Maybe... Can you heal up with... Oh, you can actually heal it with both mouse buttons. Well, now I know. I don't think we're gonna get morale back from talking to Titus anyways, so that's fine. I don't think we
This is
wasted
where
too
you
much.
say your bit.
The broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
He and his men carry themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Detective,
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. First, we need to talk about your attitude.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Real big dick cops. Look at them. Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
He says thoughtfully.
Yeah, gave 'em real nice big dicks.
Yeah. Anyways.
He wraps it up.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Wants the world to know he's a macho man. Tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do we have here? Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. A symmetric burn on his neck, resembling the letters loss loss. Has he tried to burn it off? Leave that life behind?
Oh,
And
interesting.
then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardie, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
So, guitar pick? Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, the fabled giant of Coco Nur, boot size 46, deep marks, probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
Okay.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing, the odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardie?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where is the 8th Hardie boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardie boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardie boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardie, and it's a Hardie girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardie boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardie boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End.
He points at the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Okay.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardie sooner or later.